Man, look, I bet people are wondering, why am I all of a sudden a fan of Cody Rhodes? Here's the thing. I was always a fan of Cody Rhodes for the past 10 years. It's just, once he started hanging out with the Bucks and Omega, that's when he changed as a whole entire person. That's when the change came. He was a great guy before the Bucks and Omega, but once he started hanging out with those dorks, that's when his personality changed for the worse. It kind of reminds me, alright, let me tell you a quick backstory. When I was a kid, dude, you know the rapper called The Game? Well, he has a couple of brothers. Okay, he has, I think he has two. Okay, The Game has two brothers. I was best friends with his youngest brother. His name was Chris Taylor. I was best friends with his brother, Chris Taylor, right? Like all my life. Like, I would say, dang, a lot of years. All the way until we got to high school. Me and him, we was hanging out every day, all the way until high school. But once high school came, he changed as a person. He stopped hanging out with me so he could hang out with the cool kids. Chris Taylor wanted to hang out with the goddamn cool kids from our high school. The same high school that James Harden went to. We all went to the same high school. All at the same time. I've known James Harden since he was like 12, 13 years old, right? But when Chris Taylor went to the high school, we stopped hanging out because he wanted to hang out with the goddamn popular kids that were way more popular than me at the time. I was like, what, 14, 13 years old? So we stopped hanging out. Chris, this dude started smoking, drinking, banging all these chicks and stuff, hanging out, you know what I'm saying, partying. He changed as a person, so we stopped hanging out. And ever since then, we are not friends. It's like we have a very up and down relationship ever since then. And that was like 20 some years ago. We have had an up and down relationship now. When I see him, I say hi, I say what's up, but we don't talk. We are just cordial now, but we ain't friends at all. We just, you know, it's like, hey, what's up, man? What's up? All right, cool. Then we move on. That's Cody Rhodes. That's what he turned into once he started hanging out with the goddamn Bucks. Those dorks. He changed as a person. It's like, look, the point of this is look, Tony Khan, the Bucks, Omega, they used Cody Rhodes. They used his name to get themselves over. If it wasn't for Cody Rhodes, there would be no AEW. What part of that don't you understand? Seriously, Omega is not a star. I don't care what anybody says. He ain't no star. Nobody knows who he is outside the hardcore niche wrestling marks. Nobody knows who he is. How about you go to Starbucks, chat with somebody who works there, chat with the average Starbucks customer and ask them, do you know who Kenny Omega is? Do you know who the Young Bucks are? They will say, who the hell is that? That's the point. I had some dumb idiot tell me, whoa, what has Cody Rhodes done post WWE? I'm like, are you high? It's like, look, this is why my channel is as successful as it is now. I'm very objective. Look, it don't matter if I hate on a guy. I will give them credit and be real when it's called for. Look, I'm not a huge fan of Adam Cole, but I'm not gonna sit here and say he can't talk. I'm not gonna sit here and say he can't wrestle, right? And you know how I feel about Adam Cole, the character. I'm not a fan of his, but I'm not gonna say he sucks. I'm not gonna say he can't wrestle or he can't talk. Adam Cole he's a small human being. That's what I got a problem with. He's a lazy guy when it comes to trying to look like a wrestler. See, I'm a realist. That's why people follow me. I'm a realist. It don't matter if I hate on a guy. I will give him credit when it's due. How can you say Cody hasn't done anything since leaving the WWE? Like, that is stupid. Like, huh? Like, are you high? Like, get off the weed, man. Look, I know it's legal here in California, but weed ain't for everybody, man. It's like, this dude, Cody Rhodes, he helped build a multi-million-dollar wrestling company off of his name alone. Be honest. Do you think TNT would have made AEW a goddamn thought without Cody Rhodes? TNT don't know who the hell Kenny Omega is or the Bucks, but they know who Cody Rhodes is, obviously. He's a Rhodes. His father used to run a company. They know who the hell he is. His father used to work for TBS and TNT. So of course they know who Rhodes is. Hence why they made him an EVP, the face of the company, because he's a Rhodes. They trusted his opinion on wrestling because he's a Rhodes. His father is Dusty. That's the only reason TNT gave that's the only reason AEW got a contract is because of Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. AEW wouldn't be a thing if the higher ups at TNT said, hold on, so this company has a Rhodes? Cody Rhodes, right? The son of Dusty. Okay. All right, so this new company has credibility now. He is an ex-WWE guy. Fans know who the hell he is, so okay, fans can get behind this company now. He's a Rhodes. Hence why the man had his own reality show. The man is currently on a TV show on TBS called what? It's called what? The freaking Big Show or some stuff? It's like, bruh, this dude has been mingling with celebrities. He's been in magazines now, mainstream magazines. This guy has done a lot since leaving his last company. So I don't care if you hate him or you love him. The man has done a lot since leaving his last company. It's like, bruh, thank God you have your channel, because you can't be saying lying bull crap like that, bro. You can't be saying lying bullshit like that, bro. Like, you can't brainwash your audience with your own narrative that you're trying to push. I don't do that. I give credit where it's due. And if you can't handle it, bro, just go to your favorite anti-smart channel who tell you lies and bullcrap to fit their false narrative. Hence why their channel ain't trying to grow. Hence why they get the same views. Their subs don't grow at all. They have a ceiling because the YouTube algorithm don't push lying content that don't push a certain narrative. You can't lie on this platform and think you're going to grow. I don't freaking lie. It's like, look, if it was for Cody Rhodes, TNT would have never gave AEW a shot. Cody Rhodes was the brainchild of that whole company, man. He helped build a multi-million-dollar company off of his name, the Rhodes name. Let's say Cody Rhodes never met the Bucks. Would AEW be a thing? You think TNT was going to give the Bucks and Omega and Khan a company on TV based on how well they did on the indies? No. Cody Rhodes was the brainchild of this whole operation. Look, let me tell you a smaller backstory again. Like, when Cody Rhodes was in his last company, I was a huge fan of his. And look, I didn't know what a Bullet Club was. I wasn't watching indie wrestling like that at that time. So I didn't know what a Bullet Club was. Once he left the WWE, I want to follow his journey because I was a fan of his. I thought it was weird with his bigger name wrestling on the indies. I thought that was weird because he's the son of Dusty Rhodes. I thought that was weird, seeing a guy with his accomplishments in his last company wrestling on the indies. I thought that was weird. So that's why I was following. I want to watch him. I was following him to Ring of Honor everywhere. So when Cody Rhodes left, bruh, I didn't know who the Bucks were. I didn't know who Kenny Omega was. I didn't know what a Bullet Club was. I wasn't following that crap. I didn't know what New Japan Wrestling was because I wasn't following it. But once Cody Rhodes left, I wanted to follow his journey, so I found out what those companies were. I didn't know what Ring of Honor was before Cody. I didn't know what a Bullet Club was before Cody Rhodes. So that's the point I'm trying to make. Cody Rhodes made me follow indie wrestling because I want to follow his journey. A guy with his bigger name wrestling on the indies, I thought that was weird. So I was following him. But the point I'm trying to make is, bro, there's a lot of people that didn't know what a Bullet Club was before Cody Rhodes. He helped put that faction on the goddamn map. Hence why there's an AEW. Cody Rhodes was the main one who wanted his own company. So you can't say he done nothing since leaving his last company. You were a goddamn idiot. It's like, dude, don't watch me, man. I don't want people like you watching my channel. I don't want idiots who are haters watching my channel that say dumb stuff like that. It's like, bro, be a realist. That's what being a content creator is when it comes to wrestling. You can't be too biased, man. Take that crap somewhere else. It's like, yeah, I didn't know what the Bullet Club was before Cody Rhodes. Like, he put that faction on the goddamn map. Hence why they haven't been talked about since. Who cares about the Bullet Club now? What? Freaking Jake White, Tamatanga? Do you honestly care about those guys? Because I don't. Like, Jake White, he's solid, but bruh, the Bullet Club has been dead for the past 3 years, man. Do you care about it? Do anybody see any shirts of the Bullet Club? Huh? When Cody Rhodes was there, those shirts were some of the highest selling shirts in the business at that time because of Cody Rhodes. He had a highest selling shirt when he was with the Bullet Club. Now, since he's left that group, nobody cares about the Bullet Club. Who buys their shirts? Nobody now. Cody Rhodes gave the Bullet Club a goddamn rub because he was a big name from his last company and he made them bigger than what they were. Hence why nobody talks about the Bullet Club any goddamn more. It's not even mentioned on AEW TV. Nobody cares about the Bullet Club now. Look, I don't even know who's in the group now. I don't even know how many members they have. That's the point I'm trying to make. Cody Rhodes put that group on the map. Bruh, look, man. Cody Rhodes is a one-time NWA champion. He is a multiple-time Ring of Honor World Champion. He has a couple of championships he won in New Japan Wrestling. He holds the record for the most title wins for the TNT title in AEW history. And he has multiple reality shows, so how can he say he hasn't done anything since leaving his last company? That's stupid. It's like, dude, get the f out of here, man. Dude, fuck you, man. Like, the hell. So, point I'm trying to make is, man, look, and now these dudes are trying to blame Cody Rhodes for taking shots at the WWE. I'm like, bruh, you guys were taking shots when he was still Stardust. See what I'm saying? It's like, bruh, how can you dorks follow these guys? That's what I mean by they changed Cody Rhodes for the worse. They were bad influences on Cody Rhodes as a person. Those guys are hella toxic. It's like these dudes took a shot at the WWE on Monday on their crappy channel on YouTube, right? These dudes made fun of the Jeff Hardy house show incident, which is kind of in bad taste. Very, very poor taste. And last time I checked, Cody Rhodes hasn't been on that channel in a whole year, so y'all gotta keep that same energy. You are just contradicting yourself. Cody has nothing to do with your channel, so why are you still taking shots at the WWE? Especially in that manner. It's like, how can you defend that crap? It's like, you idiots always make fun of the WWE for always trying to poke fun at Jeff Hardy's past issues, right? And here you have the Bucks in plain sight with Matt Hardy telling him take a drug test. That man has had drug problems his damn self. How come y'all ain't talking about that? That's not in bad taste. What's the difference between that and Jeff Hardy's feud with Sheamus? Remember? Where Sheamus was constantly throwing Jeff Hardy's past in his face? Okay, that was just show business, right? That wasn't work, right? Okay, what's the difference between that and the Bucks making Matt Hardy take a goddamn drug test on the show just to make people laugh? That's funny. Telling a recovering drug guy, hey, here, take a drug test. Huh? That's funny? See what I'm saying, man? It's like, those guys are not good for pro wrestling, man. I don't get it. I don't know what you guys see in those guys. How is that funny? You say, oh, it's just comedy. Well, no. What's the difference, right? So I'm saying, keep that same goddamn energy. Look, man, the only reason people was watching AEW from a mainstream perspective when it comes to casuals, it was because of Cody Rhodes and Chris Jericho. Hence why Chris Jericho is the first ever AEW champion. Because he had the biggest name on that roster next to Cody Rhodes. You see what I'm saying now? Cody Rhodes was the only reason why people was watching. Look, he was the only reason why we were watching. Because he was the most famous guy next to Jericho on that goddamn roster. How can you not know who Cody Rhodes is, man? Multiple time IC champion? You don't know who he is? The son of Dusty Rhodes? Everybody knows who Dusty Rhodes is, man. Come on, man. The hell? Everybody knows who he is. Dusty Rhodes, his son. Unless you live in a goddamn bubble. Like, come on, bruh. That's no excuse. You have to know who Cody Rhodes is. If you know who his father is, it's common sense. What have you been watching for the past 10 goddamn years, man? But the point I'm trying to make is, I got these people saying, oh, Edge will face AJ Styles at WrestleMania. I'm like, look, bruh. That match is smoke and mirrors. Yeah, what's up now? It's a toss-up between Edge and Cody, or Cody is going to tag with Steve Austin versus KO and Seth Rollins. Look, man, this is not a work. Cody Rhodes is done with AEW. He's done. Get over it. Stop putting, this'll work. Dude, the WWE is dropping Cody Rhodes subtle hints. Why would they do that if he's not going there? Are you serious? Huh? Yesterday on their Twitter page, they were dropping Cody Rhodes hints. He's going there, man. Just get over it. Now it's a matter of, what is he going to do at WrestleMania? Like I said, man, we want the dream match. Edge and Cody Rhodes, baby. AJ, look, man, that match is smoke and mirrors. That match is smoke and mirrors to me. I don't want that match. That match is smoke and mirrors, man. I want the dream match. Cody Rhodes and Edge, man. And then, once we whoop Edge ass, we are gonna move on to the Tribal Chief. Look, man, this is all a plan. This is our mission. Our mission, our mission is to whoop Edge ass. Then we are gonna move on to Reigns. We're gonna move on to Roman Reigns, and we are gonna dethrone Roman Reigns and beat him for that championship this summer. Look, man, just face it. Cody Rhodes is back. The face of the WWE is back. Cody Rhodes, baby. The future of the WWE is back. Cody Rhodes. Just get over it, man. Your opinions is nothing more than smoke and mirrors, man. That's all I'm saying. I'm done.